Yes, yes. Welcome back.
Yo,
Special guest today, Mr. Ganabolic.
that's
Yeah,
it.
Metabolic, Joe Gann. How
How are you?
we fellas?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I've got a few weeks of my off season left. 3 weeks now, and that'll be 25 weeks of pushing.
How'd
So
you feel?
I'm feeling good, you know. This is the best I've ever felt on an off season, and I'm by far my biggest. I'm 134 this morning kilo. My peak off season last year was 124. Um, And I felt all right, to be fair. I was just fair bit softer. But the year before that, I felt awful. So, this year for me, just learning how to actually conduct an off season with a slower pace. Like, it's very easy coming off the back of a hard diet or a prep to like want to rush weight on and like push the food too hard. And then you get 20 weeks in, you're like, what the fuck? It's like very hard to maintain. Whereas this time I've kept condition for a very long period of time. And for me, it's holding condition is super important because if I'm fat now, I'm 150 kilo. Do you know what I mean? Walking around with that is horrible. Not that I've ever done it, but I can only imagine.
Yeah,
Uh, and I think like enjoyment of an off season comes down to digestion as well. Like whenever I've been hating my life in the off season, it's always because I just can't eat. Like I just hate to eat. Whereas this time I'm still hungry, because I've protected that. But yeah, what you guys up to? You're all good?
cool.
Yeah, just training, mate. Just training. I'm back on cycle now, so ready to
What are
get
you
fucking
running now?
jacked.
Is it
No,
public?
I'm on your TRT, mate. Nah, doing 400 test, 150 EQ, and then I'm putting some GH as well.
That was your first escalation up, is it?
Yeah, yeah. So I did 400 milligrams like peak in the first cycle, and then I ended it there. So I started 400, put some EQ as well because I was getting a little bit watery as well.
Yeah, I always
Uh,
find with the first cycle, no matter what you do, like when I have lads, clients that go on their first cycle, even if they do 250, 300, there's always that kind of like testosterone head. You know what I mean? It's like that
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
rolling head, but it's just first exposure to it, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. For
but yeah,
sure.
I'm excited for it. Ready to push quite hard. Like I've just finished the diet. I'm not like shredded by no means, but I'm in a good spot to push. Fucking
Yeah.
starving. Food is like in a good spot. So I've got like a long stint of pushing ahead.
How long is this next push going to be?
I've mapped out the cycle at another 26 weeks, but I'll probably push it to like 30 again. Just as long as I can take it, really. Like minimum 26 weeks, minimum.
Yeah, I prefer that. I prefer like a more moderate cycle, but for long times.
Yeah,
Like I'm not a big fan of like going hard and heavy, load of orals, like yeah, pushing up crazy weight, and then I've got to pull back at like 15
Yeah,
weeks. At
exactly.
15 weeks, I feel like I'm just getting started.
Yeah,
that's what
like
that's what I mean now.
ideally, yeah, like, I want to push for as long as possible.
Yeah, for sure you do.
And also, like with EQ going in as well, it's not even going to be in a system for fucking 2 months. So what's the point of doing a short cycle? You know what I mean?
The problem with EQ it takes so long to go in.
What do you think about front loading it? Like,
Yeah, I've not ever used EQ personally because
really?
my blood pressure sits at a higher amount. So I would just lean into the Primo and Mast. I've got a
Yeah,
decent supply of it. So for me, anything that kind of spikes my blood pressure, I have to avoid. For example, NPP, I'd love to run that. But again, as soon as I put it in, it will go up by about 10 points. I kind of sit around now like 135 over 70, which, yeah, it's on the higher end, but for someone of my size, is fine. But
yeah,
as soon
yeah,
as I put NPP in or run my test too high, I'm like 150 over whatever.
Yeah.
It's just not sustainable. But yeah, EQ's good. Um, it's just harder to control, isn't it? Because if something's off, like you kill your estrogen, which is quite common.
that's kind of what I've done.
Yeah, when you then make the change, you got to wait fucking 2 weeks
Yeah.
for it to actually take
Yeah,
effect. But
yeah,
it's cheap, low oil volume, so it's like it's up to you in regards to that. If you're running it lowish doses, I think it's all right.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
for sure.
That's it with like primo. Like if you're running because like say like I can't run a lot of tests, yeah, without running into side effects. So it's like I've got to run a lot of primo, yeah. It's like how much oil am I gonna have to put in? You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, well, I'm doing a gram of primo right now.
Yeah, that's like
A lot of money,
10
that
mil,
is.
mate.
A whole mil, pretty much, in a jab, and then I'll test and math in the other one. So
Yeah,
I'm doing like 1.75 or something like that mil a day.
yeah, daily, yeah.
And then it's like you do like GH. So you got two. I got two jabs there. GH, all pre-bed. Lantus. I'll do MOTC, SS30, whatever, SS31, BPC, GHKCU. That's like 8 jabs. Oh, L-carnitine.
9 jabs.
That's a day. It's mental. When I lay it all out, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Do you know what I mean? But do you know what? It takes what it takes, and you just get used to it. You get desensitized to it. I know, like when I first started, I was like, oh my god, like I'll just get like pure excited for a jab, like looking forward to it the next day because you know what the effect.
I think everyone does that.
And now it's whatever, like fucking don't even wash the
Get it in,
fucking
yeah.
area.
Yeah, that sounds so true.
Let's get it in. How's training, Noah?
Me, it's alright. Like I said, I injured my quad a bit yesterday, but nothing bad. But training's alright. Like I've just wrapped up my 20-week push, and now, so I'll come off cycle today, and then now it'll be like a 4-week maintenance hold body weight, get myself ready, and then prep. That's what it will be for me. So training's still going to progress on that. Pardon?
What shows are you doing?
I'm just doing Telford, PCA Telford first timers. I've never competed before.
Oh, sweet.
Junior as well. Like, so,
Buzzing.
pardon?
You buzzing for it?
Yeah, but you know what it's like. I don't think I'm big enough. I just don't.
Yeah. But you'll be surprised at how much I always feel not as big peak off season. Yeah, you feel large,
Yeah.
but then when you actually start cutting down, you see all the cuts. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
at the end of prep, especially when you're filled, I actually feel pretty big.
yeah. Well, I'm
You can see all the muscle built.
yeah. Well, I'm the heaviest I've ever been. I'm the strongest I've ever been. I know I'm the biggest I've ever been, but it's just a mind fuck, innit? You know what it's like as a bodybuilder. Like,
How old are you?
I'm 20.
Sweet, yeah. So just think another 10 years, you know.
Oh yeah. Plan on getting pretty big, but it just takes time, doesn't it? And it is a mind fuck, but you just stay on it, really. It's not really that.
Yeah, I find like when you're overthinking the way you look so much, it just has such a detriment to your overall prep.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Like towards the end of my prep, like I honestly just train in baggy clothes. I take my check-in pics, send them straight out, and I'll delete them off my phone for the vast majority, or I'll put them away. Like I don't look at them again, because otherwise, I'm in the gym just constantly analysing yourself. Like it proper takes my head out of the session. Like I'll just wrap up, don't even think about how I'm looking, and then I'll whip it off, look at the condition, send it to Kuba, and then just follow the plan. Like I don't know, certain people. I think just overanalyze just way too much. I think just being a robot is just so much easier. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Especially like when you get to like back in the prep, like your head's fucked anyway. So like you look at yourself, you know if you look good, your head's fucked for the entire day.
I would really struggle prepping myself, like coaching myself.
See, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, fair play. If you can do it, it's a great achievement. Like my training partner Jim is doing that. Like he comes over to mine and checks in, and like he tells me all his adjustments and just says if I'm doing anything stupid, tell me. But he's coaching himself.
Yeah.
And I think it's a massive achievement to do that.
Well, like, don't get it twisted. I'm gonna have people like ask. There's only like a few people whose opinions I'll ask for, because you don't want to ask for like millions of opinions, because people just can be telling you all different things, and that's gonna fuck you as well. But I like to think I kind of know my body relatively well. Like I like to think that, and I like to like I know what I enjoy as well, sort of thing. So I kind of have an idea of like
It's more so when
how to go.
it's more so knowing when to pull back. I think that's the hardest.
Yeah. That's it. That is it. I just, like I said it to my boy as well. It's like I'm just gonna take it as a normal diet. Like it's a normal diet, but I'm just go further than I've ever been before.
Yeah,
That is
that's all it
literally,
is. Really. Just doing it for longer.
yeah, that is it. Like I'm not gonna overcomplicate it. I'm not gonna try not get in my head, like you say, when you catch yourself in the mirror at the gym and you feel like you look shit. Like I can't.
Like honestly, I say this to my clients all the time. Like you will hate the way you look a lot because you're not trying to hold a perfect look. You're trying to deliver a perfect look on the day, and that means running flat. Like you cannot get shredded by not running flat. Like some people do just hold a bit more rounded muscle bellies, but like you still have to run flat. You can't be getting peeled and staying full. It's like the two opposites.
Yeah, for sure.
So, what's your plans after this push then, Joe?
So 3 more weeks of this push on gear, like last cycle, and then I'll start dieting at the same time I pull down into a cruise. For me, when I go into a cruise, I don't feel any different. Like my training progresses, I don't fall apart or anything. So we were going to do originally like a 5-week maintenance phase where I kind of just hold my body weight, let the muscle marinate, just like sit on the physique. But I just prefer to just get into a diet, get it going, because otherwise that's kind of 5 weeks wasted. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
Yeah.
Start dieting, and I'll do like a 9-week diet total. So maybe like 5 weeks on a cruise, 4 weeks gear goes in, and then as that gear is starting to fully saturate, I'm shredded, push food up, and then I'll do another 23-week push-up. This just past push-up was 25 weeks. This one will be 23. So, the amount of gains I'll be able to make off this next push-up as well, that will be the game changer for my physique. And I know then, after that, I'll be competitive in a regional, in an open show. I'll back that. So that's my goal. And then I'll start prep February next year. And that'll be for my open debut. And I want to do kind of like the earlier shows, which is super exciting because obviously up until this show coming, I would have always peaked with a weight cap. And work towards a weight cap. Whereas this, I'll be able to turn up to stage exactly how I want to look. No holding back with weight, just literally. For me, when I got to, I said it on like multiple other places, but last year when I wanted to compete, it was around 114 to 116 kilo. And I had to get down to 111. So at that point, I was looking at my physique. I was like, I look pretty fucking good. I like to compete, but I obviously had to pull off like another 5 kilograms. And that's where my physique started to deteriorate, in my opinion. Well, it did. Whereas this time, and I got to that position with ease. Was not hard. I felt fucking great. I was like, I feel sweet. I feel better than I was in the off season. So I know that I'll probably be able to get to a position where I can compete and still feel pretty good. Like, training was epic. I was holding all my numbers on the big lifts. And obviously when I started to then pull weight down, that's when things started to slip up. Yeah, so I'm just excited because that's, and again, it's a new thing for me. Like, it's a whole new experience of competing for me because I've never loved competing. I love the prep. I love everything about it. I just don't enjoy the show day, getting on stage. I feel like I've never produced something I'm necessarily proud of. So that kind of takes the enjoyment out of it. Whereas this time, I'll be turning up fucking bursting full. Like peak muscularity. I'll probably be like over 120 kilos. So I'll be like, I'm proud on stage to show it off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But 100% I think you've done the right thing. Like, especially as a bodybuilder. Like, why would you limit yourself?
I know. The thing is, like, with some people, right? For example, like One Punch Naz or like, Hasima, they'll dig hard, like lose loads of weight to get to the weight cap, but they still look sick. You know what I mean? They're still very round, they're dense. Whereas me, when I was digging for the weight cap, I just didn't like, and I'm tall, I guess, like, I just didn't like what I was presenting. So what's the fucking point? I'm like, how can I improve? You know what I mean? I might be able to snipe a card in a shitty show or whatever, and then I get an extra 4 or 5 kilos of stage weight, so then I can make those improvements. But I've probably done that now. Like I've at least gained 5 kilos of tissue. At least I'd say probably more like 10, to be honest. So then where do I go from there? And if you got lads, well, I know you follow my stuff. Like I just fucking love progress. I love training. I like getting strong. I like pushing hard. I'm not one of these minimalists. Like, oh, I can get the most out of the least. I want to fucking push it to the max whilst I can.
Yeah, that's it.
So like,
That's what it's all
what's the
about.
fucking point in holding back? In my opinion.
If you got a weight cap, you can't do that as well because it's limiting you. Like,
Yeah,
do
like,
you know what I mean? You can't chase fucking too much because at the end of the day, you just got to pull it back off.
Yeah,
exactly. And for me, it's
Fuck
all
that.
progress. Like, as long as I'm moving forward, I don't really care. Like, I'm training every day. I'm coaching, got sponsors. So me turning pro, it's not really like going to change my life. What changes my life, or improves my life, should I say, is loving the process.
Sure. Sure.
Right, I've got actually some really, really good questions. Because it's you, yeah, loads of people send some good questions, and normally they're fucking shit.
What's the cycle? It's always that.
There's none on drugs actually. The first one. Do you think you'll eventually grow out of open and switch to bikini?
Bro, you seem like some fucking wellness, mate.
This is a good one. Do you train out of emotion or try to stay level-headed in the sense of you just got a job to do?
A bit of both. I do get very aggressive, emotional with some of my bigger sets. For example, yesterday on a pivot press, Jim was trying to film. My whole body was just goosebumps going into my first, top set pivot.
Yeah.
With stuff like that, I just find it fun to just tap into that. Getting very revved up mentally. And when you're getting under like some serious loads, I need that. Some people don't, I do. And I enjoy that. Getting off a set and just like unleashing hell, knowing that I gave it everything and just let off some mental steam. But I think we spoke about this before. I try and keep a lid on that though, because if I do it too much, I lose control on the set and, I start going too fast or I lose my setup. So it's a bit of both. It's like that controlled aggression like I spoke about, yeah. Stuff like, like a hamstring curl, leg extension. Yes, I get fired up, but I'm not like digging out dark force. Yeah. I'm thinking a lot more logically, like thinking about my setup, my cues. So yeah, it is a job to do, but I also like and enjoy getting very emotionally revved up. It is very mentally taxing though, isn't it? Like say after a leg day, and you're like so emotionally fucking riled up, like tapping into some crazy shit and you're just getting so aggressive.
Yeah.
Come out of that session, like my brain is just absolutely bang. It's like I'm at home and I'm just like,
you just mute the rest of the day.
That's fun. Like,
that's me today, yeah.
Yeah, me too. It's like I've seen like a lot of people at the moment, like, oh, I'm like, digging that type of training out. Like, you're not going to war, mate. It's like, mate, it's fun. To me, that's fun. You can train how you want. I'll train how I want. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy that, so why not?
Yeah, for sure. That's probably one of the most important things, is enjoyment in your training. You got to enjoy it. That's just going to lead to more progress.
You have to enjoy it, yeah. Like, you have to fucking, like, all of us, like, you think about them sets, fucking, as soon as you walk out of the gym, you're already thinking about that how are you going to make it better next week?
Yeah.
Like, I've got legs today.
I'll do that.
I've got legs today, and last night I was in bed thinking about the pendulum today. Like, it's just, you just love it.
Yeah, for
sure. Not everyone's like that, and that's fine. And, if you can get great progress out of doing high volume and not as intense stuff, cool, great. It's probably better for your joints. But for me, like, that's just what gets me going. And if I didn't have those sets, I'd find it boring.
Yeah. Right. This is one for you as well. Effects on tattoos on bodybuilding.
Definitely not good. Especially mine. Like, yes, you could have like a neck, whatever, like forearm, calf. They're not certainly going to hold you back. But for example, mine, like my whole chest done, both arms, they're not going to do me any favors. But I had my tattoos done all before I was 21 years old. I'm now 32. I haven't had a tattoo in over 10 years, and I didn't even start bodybuilding. I didn't compete till I was like 28. So, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. It's fucking shit. Because when I look back at old photos where I'm, you know, lean, ish, when I'm a young lad with no tats, my arms look sick. Whereas now they're covered in tats. You don't have that same definition. So, look, if I was to turn back time, I wouldn't get them. And if I'm giving my advice to young lads, don't get tats until you're like 25, 26. Not ones that cover you a lot anyways. Because by that age, you kind of know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But, you know, you think you know what you're doing at that age, your age, you know, not to sound patronising, but there's still so much fucking ahead of you. You don't know what you're going to be doing in fucking
Take
life.
notes, Harley.
Tattoos, I like tattoos. I think they're sick. Like, I don't not like mine. I don't look at them like, I hate these. I just don't like the coverage because of what I'm doing. If I wasn't doing bodybuilding, I think, they're sick.
So what made you get them? Just thought they looked good?
Loose cannon, mate. Just doing everything in my power to be different and try and rebel. I don't know. I was very different back then. Like, I was a bit more like alternative. I was like pretty fucking skinny, like wearing leather jackets and shit. So it's like I thought I was the boy. 'Cause I had like long hair as well, like pushed back long hair, and very different.
Yeah, that's something that we're not got a question about that. I wanted to talk about it. Like, what was the reason you got into bodybuilding? Because you lived a very different life before bodybuilding.
Yeah, well, I have always trained, and I got into bodybuilding. I wouldn't even say it was bodybuilding, lifting when I was like 16, 17. And I was pretty fucking big by the time I was like 18, 19, 20. I don't know whether you've seen the pics of me where I put up where I was like natural.
Yeah.
I was pretty big, like, you know, I wasn't even fucking barely doing anything serious, just lifting hard, loads of drop sets, like going crazy in the gym, and then just eating a lot of food. And then, so I've always loved training, but then I went to uni and I was just doing a lot of partying, going out, and my goal with the gym was have fun, right? Because I enjoyed training, but also just maintain a pretty sick physique year round, so that, you know, when I was going out and going festivals, holidays, I looked good.
Yeah.
Get girls. That's how I initiated. Do you know what I mean? And I did love it. Like, there is that, the result, but also I did enjoy being in the gym. Like, because it was before social media, nothing. You know, there wasn't any reason to be there other than to love training and to get a result for me personally. And then, so then I was kind of just like at uni doing a lot of partying and stuff like that, and like I was just very lean. And I found it very easy to maintain like a pretty ripped, lean physique naturally. I wasn't obviously a mass monster or anything like that. I was just aesthetic, shall we say? You know. Yeah. And then come out of that, I got more into modeling like after uni, which I then kind of like dieted myself down and got like pretty fucking skinny. That's when you seen that. Like my before photos where I was really skinny. But like I said, I've always trained. Even during that period of time I was training, I was just dieting myself down for purpose. So I've always been like pretty meticulous with food. And if anything, that like I've said on the Big Dogcast, I won't go into it again, but like almost pretty much gave me a big bit of like a eating disorder, to a point I was so controlled with food. Whereas now I've harnessed that in a good way. Like, I never ever think about that now, like unhealthy relationships of food.
How did you get out of that?
Honestly, mate, it was like a revolutionary moment, right? It was like something switched in my head one day. I was at like my auntie's house and we were having a family event, and I fucking binged on loads of food after like starving myself, and I made myself go up, right? And I looked in the mirror and all my eyes were like watering and shit. And I was just like, what the fuck are you doing, mate? And like, it was almost like, I don't even know when people have like anorexia, right? They can't see what is real in the mirror, right? They think they're big or this or that. It was almost like that. And then for whatever reason, that moment, I was looking at myself and I'm like, what the fuck have I done to myself? Because I used to be big and jacked. Like, I had that kind of, you know, persona. I thought I was like the big guy. And then all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, like I've really fucking pushed this too hard here. So honestly, from that moment, I was like, right, let's get fucking big again. For whatever, I don't know, like I didn't even understand how big I was going to get like to this, but I was like, I just want to get back to how I was. let's get but massive, let's fucking train like hard, like eat loads of food, let's get obsessed with bodybuilding. So I was just like obsessed with body from there, watching podcasts, how to do this, how to do that. And then, yeah, from there, I pretty much just started obsessing over that, stopped going out, pretty much just changed my whole entire life around, which, you know, those types of revelations, should we say, don't come around often. It was a very distinct moment where it just like, I was like, it was almost like I was like not drunk, but like it was like I'd sobered up and I could actually see myself for what I was. I was like, whoa, time to change. And ever since then, foot on the gas. And pretty much since then, mate, I've fucking stopped. And then, yeah, after a couple of years of doing that, then I started my coaching business. Because I was a PT when I was like 18, 19, 20. Like I said, when I was like, for my age, as a natural, like I was a personal trainer and I worked in the gym, so I obviously had experience in it and I had some knowledge. But then from then I was like just obsessing over researching about actual bodybuilding, like, you know, off seasons, preps and anabolics. And then when I moved to Manchester after going full-time coaching, because I was working at a bank, that's where my bodybuilding career, shall we say, bodybuilding like journey, whatever, really started, because I realised I wasn't the biggest guy in the gym anymore and I needed to up my game, right? And I was around people that were a lot more knowledgeable than me, trained a lot harder than me. So from there, and I moved to Manchester pretty much after a very hard breakup, which, to be honest, I was in a fucking bad way mentally. I was always trained through that though. Like, this is why I always say to my clients, like, I know this sounds very unempathetic, but I'm like, I've been through some real dark moments and I still fucking went to the gym and I still ate my food because that was the one and only thing that fucking made me feel better. And then when I got back home, right, yeah, then I'm lost in my own thoughts again. But going to the gym, keeping my routine and having something to focus on, giving myself a purpose, a reason to get out of bed in the morning is what kept me going through those times. And it sounds pretty fucking extreme after a breakup to feel that bad. For whatever reason, it just flipped a switch and I was just like in a bad way mentally. So at that moment, I was like, right, I need to change my environment. I need to get out of this. So I just moved to Manchester. I knew no one there, no mates, no family, no connections, straight off the back of the breakup. Went to FLF gym. And from then, I was like, right, I'm just going to spend the next year on my own, fucking doing nothing but training, doing all this. And that's where pretty much my shit exploded.
Sorry, lads, hold on.
The drawn at the phone.
And then, yeah, so that was, and then the year after that, 2023, I did my first competitive season where I did men's physique, which went well. I won my overall in my first ever show at Two Bros, which is good. And then I went to Alicante, did the pro qualifier. But after that, I was like, my heart's not in that. I want to, you know, I like fucking going at it and training legs and that. So I was like, I want to build my legs and did classic from there. So that's a little bit of a life story from me. Long-winded.
When you compete next year, you would have completed bodybuilding, mate. It's done. You can retire happy. Men's physique, classic.
I think, like, turning pro in open bodybuilding would be like the ultimate to me, because it's
for sure.
Coming from men's physique to then that, it's like, yeah, that's like the ultimate completion. Obviously, going to the MP is the ultimate completion, but I'm also a realist. Like, the open pros are just absolutely in another world. If I can get an open pro card, which I know I can, just in time, it's just time, I'll be very fucking happy with that.
Yeah. Cool. I think turning pro in open, especially, like it's such an achievement. You know what I mean? Like, men's physique and classic compared to open is totally different. It's totally different.
What I would say though is classic at the moment, especially in the amateur game, is so competitive.
Yeah.
There's so many good lads. That's the thing. I feel like with the open amateur scene, there are some very fucking good people, and they're massive, and like, you know, they're like, well, you look pro, but they're few and far between. Whereas like you go to any amateur show, especially the pro qualifiers, like the classic guys, it's like 10 deep of like really good lads, you know. So obviously the muscularity and time and everything that goes into being an open pro is probably more, because you need more muscle, but the amount of actual competitors that are sick in classic is more, I think.
Yeah. Can you guys still see me? Yeah.
Nah.
Just your initial.
There
I
you
don't know
go.
how I'm going to get the questions up because, mate, the Mac is on 2%. It's going to die.
You're not going to charge, you know?
No, I'm not, mate. As I've came down to there's a space in the bottom where you work from home, and as I walked out, I left my keys in there, so I can't even go run a charger.
Can you read out the question and we won't be able to see your face, and then come back?
Yeah, that's it, mate. You don't need to see my face.
Go on. Read the question.
Go on.
No, I was going to ask, do you think the amount of categories there is now in bodybuilding holds people back? Do you know what I mean? Like men's physique, classic, like classic in the weight cap, like yourself, but you just done what was right to me, like fuck it off and carry on pursuing being a good bodybuilder. But do you think people get caught up in I need to hit my weight cap, so I'm not going to try and progress? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I think a lot of the really good guys in classic
Are being held back,
because obviously if you look back at the old bodybuilding days, the open bodybuilding competitors were there's loads of them, right? Whereas now a lot of those guys are being held up in classic.
Yeah, that's what
I progress because I'm a pro here and I'm top 10 or whatever. But a lot of those top 10 guys, if they were to actually press a hard off season for a couple of years, they'd be fucking exceptional open bodybuilders.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I was on about. Jose Emma. I don't know if he's open now.
He digs hard as well to get to the classic cup.
Well, he turned pro in open, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. You're right. And then he went to classic.
I'd fucking love to see Niall Darwin go open, bro.
Oh yeah, but he said he might potentially do obviously down the line in the future, but
then it's if you're top 5 at the Olympia, why would you?
Yeah, he's knocking on the door of the Olympia though.
Yeah. It's not long before he can.
I can understand that. I can understand that. But people who aren't placing top 10, they're just back.
I think people are just scared of, not necessarily scared for good reason, to be honest, but of what you have to do to get there.
Yeah.
Be an open pro, what gear you have to take, the heavy body weights. For me, that is not so much the gear, but the body weights is the concern. For me to be an open pro competitive, I'm going to have to be walking around 145. 150 in the off season. Do you know what I mean? That's not normal and it's not healthy.
Nah.
It's not necessarily the gear, it's the body weight, but to me, you just got to do extreme shit to get extreme results.
That's it, man. That's it. We all do it because you want to be fucking extreme. You know what I mean? If you're an open bodybuilder, there's no limits. You can take it as far as you want to take it. So it's fun. It is fun. You know what I mean?
Healthy. Do you know what I mean? If I wanted to be healthy, I wouldn't be fucking bodybuilding.
Yeah.
I'd be a yoga teacher.
Yeah.
Joe, what was your weight when you finished modeling?
90, maybe. I don't know. 88. I competed in men's physique. My men's physique weight was around. I got down to 96. Competed around 98.
Okay, so
Joe's bigger than you as a model, mate.
What's that?
Yeah, you're the same weight as me when you was a model, mate.
I was but I'm 6'3". But the thing is, when I was like that, I wasn't just pure skinny. I had muscle. I was just obviously small muscle, but it's not like I was these dudes that have no fucking muscle and they're skinny. Yeah, I had cap delts, had arms, I trained, I had abs, ripped up back, but I was just white. I was fucking Brad Pitt in Fight Club, that type of physique. But
all right. Let me get them loaded up. Hold on. Right, this is a quick funny one, yeah. For a day, would you rather be would you rather be a shopping trolley or a hamster?
What question is that? A hamster, I guess.
Yeah, I'm probably being a hamster, innit?
Right. No. If you go back to the start of bodybuilding journey, what would you change if there is anything?
I would have started younger. That's for fucking damn sure. I always think that now is one of those things that haunts me. Like, oh, you know, where would I be now if I started at, say, your lad's age? But can't change that now. I would have got a coach sooner. And do you know what? Just learned how to train properly from day one. Like when I was obviously first starting, I was training hard, but it was just, you know, a lot more volume, lots of drop sets. If I was training how I am now, when I first started, I had all this knowledge about like exercise selection, you know, programming or whatever. You know, I'd be a lot further along. But no, that's just the journey. I wouldn't really necessarily change that because it was quite fun training like that. And don't know, that's probably it. Probably be a bit more assertive with my gear from sooner, which sounds wrong. As long as I knew what I was doing and everything was 100% in place. Because the first while, like at least 2 years, I was only doing sort of 300 tests. 100, like, 100
Fuck that, mate.
So I think like, seeing as I started older, I probably would have just gone, right, let's just, you know, whilst I'm fresh, whatever. But yeah, I wouldn't change too much, to be honest.
What was your first cycle?
I think just 300 tests.
Oh, really? That's the same as me.
Yeah, and then after that, I did a bit of Mastron. Mastron Primo, something like that. It's so long ago now, I can't quite remember. It was like, and then I did a photo shoot the year after that and added a bit of Anavar. But again, like, I wish I just pushed things a bit harder in the off season.
Yeah. Well, you know Abdullah from Dungeon in Dubai.
Oh yeah.
He always said the same thing to me and you, didn't he, in Dubai?
He was like, the sooner the better, mate. Just take it easy.
Early you get in.
I know this is what I don't want people to get misconstrued. I'm not telling like these young lads who don't know what they're fucking doing to start doing crazy doses. What I do think is if you have your shit locked down and you know this is your life, right? You're 100% on everything. You don't miss. You don't drink alcohol. Whilst you're young and fresh and your body can recover, be more assertive and get success out of bodybuilding earlier in your life. Rather than like, tapering it up slowly, and then like, you know, you're doing a peak dose at fucking my age. Do you know what I mean? You're better off doing it hard and heavy earlier if you know you got all your shit in alignment, everything's good. And then when you got the muscle later, like you see the guys at Olympia, they're not doing. Why they start coming out with it saying that they don't do much gear is because they probably don't, but they've done fucking 5 grams 5 years ago to get the muscle. You know what I mean?
So, for sure. So I'm gonna have to start cycle now. Fucking do it.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not telling these young lads to do that, but I'm just saying what I would do.
I do agree. To be fair, like Abdullah said, he said like the earlier you get in, like realistically, the earlier you should get out as well.
Yeah, exactly. Because
if you're just pussyfooting around,
quit whilst you're ahead earlier, or bring down your dose earlier.
Yeah.
Because once you have a lot of muscle, it's fucking easy to maintain.
Joe, what do you think to cannabis use in bodybuilding?
As long as it doesn't cause issues. I don't smoke, but why do you smoke?
No, I'm not a big smoker. No, I'm not a big smoker.
As long as it doesn't fucking make you eat loads of shit, and as long as it doesn't make
Nah. But it
doesn't like kill your drive and motivation. Because me, when I smoke, I'm just on the sofa doing fuck all.
Yeah, not at all. It helps me eat, to be fair. Like only in the evening though. Like I'll only have before my last meal.
I think it can give. Just be careful with your estrogen. It can give gyno as well.
Yeah. My estrogen, well, from when I got my bloods done, my estrogen was fucking well low, so I pulled EQ out, but
yeah,
I'll know that for my son.
Like, we all have our vices. I'll just try and limit my vices. Like, if I'm taking gear, I don't want to be doing too much else other shit. Right.
Nah,
if I wasn't taking gear, I'll be doing something else. That's for sure. I'll probably be a crackhead. So.
No, I'm not like that. You got to do something. I feel like you got to do something. Yeah. You can't just be fucking bored.
I wouldn't be able to smoke every day because I would feel so slow, paranoid, anxious. But again, other people get a lot out of it.
See, I don't smoke every day. It would just be like it's here and there. If I'm sh-
If
if
it's not causing issues, it's not an issue.
and I know some people who are like, they smoke and it just makes them even more productive.
Yeah.
Like it sounds crazy, but I know some people who smoke and then they're just like a fucking robot. Like they'll just be so productive on it.
I think that's when I have mates with like ADHD, and I think it helps with that.
Yeah, probably.
Funny.
Like a real good memory. Yeah, that's it.
Tell you what, like I know this is my old days when we used to go out partying a lot. Like I've just got endless stories, bro. Like I know I obviously say, oh, I wish I started bodybuilding sooner, but I do wish I started sooner, but more sort of like 23, 24. Like I have a lot of crazy fucking stories, and like I've done enough wild shit to last me 10 lifetimes. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and start listing it out because it's probably get me cancelled. But do you know what I mean? Like, what I will say is like, make sure you do have some kind of balance and live some type of life when you're young, like 18 and that, when you can get away with it. Because once you get to my age, you might look back and think, do you know what? I wish I kind of just done some mad stuff. Do you know what I mean? Because I can't get away with that shit now.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you don't enjoy that stuff, then don't. But I've got some good memories, that's for damn sure. But I can't think of one. It's impossible to
So,
just
go on, Harley. You tell us something then. Go on.
You'll probably have a fucking midlife crisis and become an alcoholic when you're like 40. You know what? The problem, what I find like now, like when I was, say, your age or 18, whatever, there was no social media pressures to be successful.
Yeah.
So I was, you would just go about your life and you'd be pretty happy,
Yeah.
very content. Like I wasn't making much money, but I was making enough money to get supplements, eat, go out with the lads. And I was like, I'm fucking happy. Like, do you know what I mean? There was no comparison. You can only compare against people you spoke to in real life. So I was very chilled. Like I didn't really care about making loads of money too much. I wanted to make money so I can go out and enjoy myself, but that was about it. Whereas now, like, fucking hell, like you have lads who are like 16, 17, like under crazy pressure to like, make it in life. So I think like you just become very serious very early.
Yeah.
Whereas like, when I was sort of like 18, 21, like, yeah, you're just going out doing mad stuff, like just getting up into all sorts. But then there's no real pressure to do anything else. Whereas now it's like, if you're doing that, you're a loser. You know what I mean? You have to be making fucking all this money. You have to be successful. It's like, bro, what you don't realize is, like, you have so much time. Like, I know time flies quickly, it does, but when you're sort of 18 to 21, like, you feel like you're an adult, but bro, trust me, like, it feels like, and I know that I sound like an unclown, I am, but it feels like a lifetime ago. Like, I've had about 10 lives since then, do you know what I mean? So do not stress yourself out and feel anxious and under crazy pressure if you're not fucking a millionaire by 25, do you know what I mean? Because you're still young then. I completely changed my life at 27. I wasn't doing this at your age. Like, at 27, 28, I moved to Manchester and I completely changed my life. You can do that at any age.
Yeah, I do definitely agree with you, for sure. I know, Harley, you definitely feel the same as well. You do feel some sort of pressures, like earn stacks of money, set your life up, etc. But like, I am only 20. I've literally only just turned 20. But like, it is in the back of my mind. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking hell, like, I'm 20 years old. I need to get shit in place for the future. But like, realistically, I'm 20. Like, even 30 is not that old. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Bro, right now I feel 18. Do you know what I mean? Because
even on however you are, and
yeah, and it's like
all
you
the
still
gear.
do so much, bro.
I said, even however you are and all the gear, still feel like you're 18.
My brain is 18. My face is fucking 50.
Fuck you. Oh, bro, yeah. 16 hours. Oh, Whole life. And you're happy with what you do. Like you're happy now, innit? That's what I think. Like if I feel like, and I have a brother who goes out, gets on it and everything. Like even my mum. Well, I shouldn't expose my mum like that. I'm surrounded by people who go out and get on it and stuff. And they're like my brother will fucking dig at me. Not like person or anything, but oh you fucking boring, blah blah blah. But I'm doing what I want and I'm happy. Do you know what I mean? Like if down the line I change my mind, I want to go out and do shit, like I will. And like I've been out briefly and I've done some shit, but
I think right now. Right, I didn't know any different. I'm sure because it's in me. Back then, if I knew more about bodybuilding and it was more a thing, because it wasn't even as much of a thing back then, like it was very niche.
Niche, yeah.
There was probably one competitor in my whole fucking town, city, whatever, you know, and he was older. So like, it was just the done thing. Like that's all we were doing. We were going out. That's just what everyone done. Whereas I know, like, if I was to do this back then, I would be very happy. I would be as happy. So it's just what you're exposed to, really. And like, if you are happy doing what you're doing now, then you're not doing the right thing. Because at any time, you're not forced to do this. At any time, you could go out and do that stuff.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't kill progress, just a one-off, but you don't want to. So if you don't want to, then don't do it.
That.
Yeah. I saw the big podcast, the doctor he was talking about, he was like, you know, lads go out every weekend, right? And that's their buzz, that's their pleasure and happiness that week. We get that every fucking day, right? Every day I go in the gym and let off steam, go crazy, like have fun, like I'm doing my shit, I'm making progress. That's like every day I'm getting pleasure.
Yeah. It's such.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been wrapped up by it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No. I say that a lot. Like, obviously, I had balance then, but right now I have no balance at all, which I love. But there will be a time where I have lots of balance.
Yeah.
And also, once you have that muscle and you have built the foundations of living a healthy lifestyle around like being enhanced, like you can get healthy very quick. Like, yeah, sure, bodybuilding, the enhancements, they're shit for your health. But everything that we've learned with bodybuilding, as soon as I'm done with competing, I'll be able to get very healthy very quick with everything we've learned.
It's
That's not really an issue for me. Yeah. It is that dream, isn't it? Just get out, make a nice life out of it, have a nice family, and then reminisce on the old times.
it.
We'll always live. All of us will always lift, though.
Oh, for
We'll
sure.
always lift.
Yeah, for
Like I
sure.
will lift. My dad wasn't even a bodybuilder, and he's still lifting now, like 70, like squatting and all this. Like he loves it. It's just out of fun, isn't it? And that's the best
Yeah,
thing for your health when you're like,
it is. It is.
well, firstly, and just said my dad. Um, Life in general, because he is a great man. Like, it was great. He's a great dad to me. Like, and he isn't like a bodybuilder or anything in that way, but hard working. From when we were kids, like providing for the whole family and whatnot, and just working constantly, never complaining. Never heard him say any negative. He's very patient, supportive. No matter what he was going through, he's always like that strong-minded individual, very disciplined. So like I take a lot from him in that regard, and just if I can be as good a father as him, then I'll be happy. In regards to then, say coaching, bodybuilding, Cuba a lot. Obviously, I worked with him now for the last 2 years. For me, with him, it's how much he does is just so impressive with the amount of clients that he has, his own bodybuilding process, and you watch his stuff, you see him. His routine and execution is just flawless. He'll then have endless clients prepping me. Did my check-in on his show day. The amount of YouTube content he puts out, and it's just like a workhorse. So for me, like I take a lot from that. Like when I was at the end of my prep, and you're just like digging. I've got all these WhatsApp messages, check-ins, and I just think, well, if he's doing it and more, I can do it. It's possible, right? So that. Who else? Good old JP, Training Intensity. I watch a lot of his stuff. Dorian Yates. These are the types of people that I take the mindset and overall sort of like just motivation from one thing or another. Not necessarily there and saying like they're the best physiques in the world ever, but that their mindset and the way they think, that's where I take the most from. So. Yeah. Yeah, I always just think like right now, like I'm doing okay, but when I think about my dad, when we were young, he was a carpenter, and my mum was off work looking after us, and he was providing for all four people in the family with one wage. And I think, imagine the stress, bro. Like I can barely, like looking after yourself is hard enough nowadays. Obviously, it's a bit different times with financials, but like it's just so impressive. You just now that I'm older, I can think back and be like, I can really appreciate it. When you're like a teenager and a young lad, you're like, oh, you take it for granted. But now, when I'm almost coming into that age, I'm like, bro, how the fuck would I do that? Like, paying for my own shit is hard enough. Oh yeah, 100%. That I think to me, like the meaning of life, really. Everything I'm doing now is obviously for myself, but it's also to set up a future for my future kids.
Yeah.
In the back of your mind, when you're kind of your age at 20, you're probably not thinking about that, but like when you're 30, you're thinking, right, I need to actually get my shit together. So because I've got people to look after in the future, right?
Oh yeah, I nearly.
Yeah, I'd love to have kids. Definitely not now. Like I've got time. My dad had me at 40, so no, my dad had me at 40, so like, and he's yeah, and it's when you're ready because it's all well and good saying a certain age, but you got to be with someone that you want a kid with.
Well, oh yeah, I nearly fucked. Nah, not on here, not alive on air, bro.
Uh, preg-
I
pregnancy.
can't have people knowing this. Oh, it is pretty fucked, but uh, no, I can't even. I can't say it on here. I can't. I
You
can't.
pregnant?
Nah, not. Oh man, I was nearly ended up in that field. Could have been a father at the age of 20, but
Oh yeah. When it's not expected, the
we had to
stress.
get, we had to, shit, we had to get rid of that. You know what I mean? Get rid of it. Oh, you'd laugh your head off if I could say the situation, and yeah, I'll tell you then.
Yeah, I wouldn't appreciate it talking about it on here. So tell me about it.
No, I can't. Oh, but
Yeah, start fucking working, and at that age, you know, you got to start taking shit seriously. And for me as well, it's just try a lot of things. Like just make sure that once you find something, you know, you give your all to it. If you find something you enjoy, actually fucking stick with it. Because I've tried many things in my life. I try, give up, try, give up. But it was only until I actually found bodybuilding and I was like, this is it. Like, this is what I'm meant to be doing. And when you find that, mate, just absolutely give it everything. Because that type of passion doesn't come around often. And many people don't even find a passion, you know. It's very normal to, you know, go through life and not find something that like fills you with crazy passion. Like, we're very privileged to have something that we have such passion for. Like, it's not normal for people to have that normally. So as long as you can find a job that pays the wage, you know, you make decent money from it, or you have like potential to, doesn't give you crazy stress, you know, doesn't impede on your social life, do that and then find something in your personal life. Like, everyone's trying to be like a coach or a famous person or whatever. It's like so few and far between will actually make that work. You've got to find a job that, like I said, pays decent, isn't too stressful, you can have potential to move up in, and then you can feel your passions in your free time. I don't know, we're not really even answering that question, but I think that's just good advice in general. I think everyone feels like they need their dream job. Your dream job might not even exist. Do you know what I mean? It's like you just need to earn money, and then you can do shit outside of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone wants to be a coach nowadays. It's fucking hard to make it work. It's not the work. It's not how it used to be. Unless you're established, you got a fucking really sick physique. You know, you have crazy knowledge. It's very hard to stand out. So you need to be earning dough in a normal job whilst doing that on the side. Yeah. Moving forward, the chase. Like, no matter where I've been in my life, I'm always on the chase for something. Without that, I really struggle mentally. Like, if I don't have a goal. So for me now, bodybuilding is fucking perfect because there is always a goal. I need to be moving forward all the time in whatever I'm doing. Otherwise, I feel like I'm going backwards or I'm going to explode. So yeah, the chase, progress, forward movement. I would like to think at some point in my life I won't crave that. You know, just thinking about when you're a bit older and retired, just actually being just pretty content with where you are and just chilling, you know. But for right now, like, everything is just like, my brain is just going constant, like, I'm just never ever relaxing. It's like this, that, da, 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 thinking about this and that. And it would be nice to just, when I'm older, just be like, all that was worth it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And then it's just time. I know what I'm doing right now is the right thing. And I know the amount of progress I'm making. All I've got to do is just keep doing what I'm doing for long periods of time. And that's what people like don't like to hear. It's like, do what you're doing for the next 5 years. And it might work.
It's just
Uh honestly, like, my days are pretty busy up until like 7:30 p.m. Then I'll watch a film or whatever. But yeah, just like films, TV series. I know that's super boring, but I used to like be into gaming and stuff, but I just don't really have the time at the moment. So it's pretty boring. When you're like busy with like us, you know, you got work all day and then your gym, you got your meal prep. Like, my free time I don't really have the mental capacity to be doing anything other than just laying on the TV watching, laying on the sofa watching TV.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, just like going out with Hope, go out for dinner when we're in the off season, little walk, coffee, you know, just spending time relaxing. Yeah.
Yes.
Now I'm with Hope 100%. I've never been in a relationship before that I've actually been, actually, I don't know what to say too much, but like, I've been 100% happy in. Where I'm like, this is the right person. There's always something that I'm like, I'm not quite, you know, you're with them because, you know, they're hot, you get on with them, but it's like, there's something that chips away at you. With Hope, there is not a single thing that I would change about her. She's so supportive, makes my meals, like when we're away, like, I'm not just saying like a woman should do that, but she wants to do it to help me, right? Because I might be doing my check-ins because I'm like flat out. She's got a bit of free time. She enjoys helping me, and she knows the score with the food, how important it is. Like the routine, we'll go to bed on time because she's on prep as well. So before that, I never really thought it was a necessity to be with someone who was like bodybuilding, whatever. But now I'm with her, I'm like, fuck me, it makes things so much easier when you find the right one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been. I have been with another. One normal, one competitor. Yeah, I do to some degree, but I think from day one, you have to set the standard.
Yeah, you do, for sure.
Because if you're giving it all to her at the beginning, like too much freedom and what have you, and then all of a sudden you take it away, you feel that she might feel like it's changed.
Yeah.
And as long as I don't feel like the gym and the nutrition and that is all that hard to balance with a girlfriend at all, a normal girlfriend, but it's the prep that are hard. Like when I'm in a deep into a diet prep and I don't want to fucking talk to anyone,
Yeah.
girl has to understand that it's not her fault. It's just me. Like normal girls do not understand
You
at
tell
all.
them that as well, and they still won't understand it.
So yeah, so if a girl has been through a prep, they'll understand it, right? Because they'll be like, oh yeah, I know he's feeling like that because I was like that as well. But it's all just about understanding and support. I think
Yeah.
it is hard though.
So I just don't do it. Just stay single and fuck about.
I think yeah, exactly, and that was me for the most part. And it is decent, but I think the difference between I think being single is much better for bodybuilding than being in the wrong relationship.
Yeah.
But
100%.
if you have the right relationship, only now I'm with Hope, I'm like, fuck me, this is way better than even being single. Just
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they actually help you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a relationship that's wrong for you, bro, I've seen many a good man ruined by a bad relationship. Like, ruin their progress, ruin their fucking stress. You know, it can really, really tear a good man down, the wrong relationship.
For sure. Definitely.
I know until it's too late. You're like, what the fuck have I been doing?
Yeah, yeah. Can't deal with that.
I feel like people are in the wrong relationship for way too long because they don't realize better is out there. That like all the shit, the arguments, the stress becomes the norm. And you kind of normalize it. I've had this, and it's like that isn't normal. Like you can have like me and Hope have never once had an argument. I'm not saying that that's normal because it isn't. Like arguments are normal. There's not much for us to argue about. But anyways, I've been in relationships where you're just arguing every fucking time you see each other, and it's kind of just becomes the norm. Do you know what I mean? And then you break up. Holy fuck, bro! like then you meet another girl and they're great. Like, oh my god, like that is not normal. This, it can be so much better. So if you're in a relationship that is causing you stress regularly, fucking end that shit because it is not
100%. So draining as well, shit like that.
You better
It's like a negative environment. Like you wouldn't hang around with someone if they're just a mardy fucking moaning about everything. Because you know what I mean? So just same with your missus, like you can't be dealing with that.
Yeah, get them. You realise there's plenty more fucking birds out there, mate, and plenty are. And there is plenty.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, but also like I'm not trying to get with some open bodybuilder woman. You get me? Like, no disrespect to the big chicks out there, but
I mean, like, I don't think I've even fucking met an open like a WPD girl even like in their 20s. Do you know what I mean? It's not that common. You're more likely going to meet like a bikini girl or something like
that. Yeah. That is what you want. Or wellness, obviously.
Yeah, wellness. As long as they don't. Bikini girls are hard to find a sane one. Let's put it that way. But it doesn't have like eating issues, which sounds really harsh, but it is like a very big thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Sane bodybuilder, to be honest, in general. So
yeah, for sure we are.
That's why we're good at what we do.
That's it. Not really, to be honest. I feel like we already answered everything. Good chat.
That was a good chat. We went through some good topics.
Yeah, it was.
Very excited, mate. Very, very excited. I'm actually very excited for this next little diet as well, just to kind of see what the physique looks like lean with the tissue that I've built, and not having to suck down. That'll be a little bit of a a teaser, and then of course then I'll have another whole off-season push off the back of that. So yeah, very exciting. See what body weights we'll get up to. I'll be a 300 pound that next push, 100%.
Yeah.
Still got the remnants of glute lines there.
It's all about.
Oh hell. Yeah, I'll avoid your show, bro. Thanks for having me, boys. Thanks for having me. It was a good chat, yeah. Enjoyed it. Gannabolic. My surname is Gann, Joe Gann. That's my name, and then it's Gannabolic on YouTube and Instagram.
That's a good name.
Yeah. Me now rested. I did legs yesterday.
Yeah, same.
For Rodney. Yeah. Oh, mate, don't get your PTSD. Still recording, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Trying to set me up.
Yeah. Recording.
Trying to set me up here.
Still recording for me as well.
Yeah, it's still recording here. And he's fucked off as well. Where's he gone?
I think he probably thinks if he leaves, it's not recording.
He's left us in it. How's he going to get back in as well? What a nut. Still,
I hope that doesn't cancel the recording if he's left.
I would just tell you now, but he's still recording, so I don't know if.
Wait, I'll leave and then join back in on the link.
What you say?
I'll leave and then join back in on the link.
Yeah, go on. Go on. He's leaving, then joining back.
Yeah, I can't end it, mate. I don't know how to end it.
Oh, imagine. What do you mean you don't know how to end it? How have you done it before?
Because I'm on my phone, innit? So The host is the MacBook. I'll have to start one. I'll send you an invite. Hold on.
Wait. Oh, this fucking guy. Yo, he's fucking. He's just done the exact same as you. He's just left. He's joined back on. Because he's changed to his phone. He's gone, oh, I can't end it on my phone. The host is the MacBook.
Oh, well. So, just fucking voice note me on Insta.
Yeah, go on, I will do. That's if you... Yeah, son, I will do.
You don't have to. Anyway, see you later, bro.
I will do. See you later, man. Yeah. Yeah. Joe's fucked off.
That's all right.
Well, fucking, if you can't end the recording, yeah, what's going to happen to the recording?
I think when we all leave, it should automatically finish, innit?
Yeah, but imagine if it don't, bro. Is your laptop still dead?
Did you tell Joe?
Tell Joe what?
Did he tell him?
Nah, because it's still recording. He said voice note.
Yeah.
He's just following me back. What, G? Gonna voice note.
Yeah, send him a voice note, bro.
I'm with it.
Yeah, no, I need to go upstairs and plug it in.
Yeah, but just fucking what if it scraps it all and don't?
Nah, it shouldn't. It should be sound. Hopefully, otherwise it's a fucking ball ache, mate. Fucking most unprofessional podcast ever, mate. Fucking MacBook died 5 minutes in. I had to join on my phone.
That's funny, that is.
Fuck it. Right. I need to shoot off, bro. I need to go train legs.
Right, well, fucking hope. This can't fucking. We can't lose this.
Nah. Hopefully not. Right. See you in a bit, bro.
Right, shall I just leave, yeah?
Yeah, you leave. I'll plug my Mac in when I get back.
Yeah, go on, South.